Welcome to a brief overview of the AGIS LifeRing system shown both with the PC and Android clients. You will note the PC client is shown here on screen, and the Android client is shown here as well through the use of a third-party software. This third-party software is not owned by AGIS and does put a slight time delay on the viewing of features from the Android device. In real time, these will be much quicker. But for the purposes of the demo today, we'll put both devices on screen to be easily viewed with the interactions. To begin with, you'll want to make sure every device on the system is connected to the server. You can view this on the Android by showing server here in the toolbar, and on the PC by showing the letter S here. Without connection to the server, the units will not communicate with each other and is one of the most important features. You can view your own symbol as a green diamond on every device, and will view the other symbols as they have set themselves to be shown. These are shown as friendly symbols. These symbols are placed on the map through the GPS feature of each device. The features of the Android are shown from touchscreen menus. If I tap on the map, a blue crosshair will appear. You can see it here. If I tap and hold, when not on a symbol, a menu will appear with many features. You can select a feature or select the back arrow to exit. There is a secondary list of menu features that will appear if I tap and hold on a symbol. I tap and hold on that symbol, and this is the menu that appears with a second set of menu options. I'm going to back out of that for now. The first thing that I would like to show you is that if you select another symbol, you can view the information about that symbol here on the PC. It will give you their location, their GPS and battery strength, if they're moving, their head and speed, and altitude. You can view your own information here. On the Android client, this works somewhat differently. When I've selected another unit, I tap and hold, and it's the last feature on that menu, the detail feature here at the bottom. If I tap that, it's going to pull up a window that's going to show you that same information, the information about the other symbol. You can also see there's an inset map here that goes outside of the area I'm viewing and shows everyone that's on the network, regardless of if they're in the zoom area of your map. You can see that there's an inset button here that when I tap it gives me the same feature on the Android. This will zoom out to show you everyone on your network. Another way to view this is this plist button, which stands for participant list. If I select it, you can see all the users on the network, and I can actually tap their names on this list to be able to switch back and forth between them if desired. You can see that by clicking this Users button here on the PC. And you can see again that you can switch users. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that, and on the Android I can back out using again the back button. The controls of the features on both are very similar in terms of you can see this plus and minus is the zoom in and the zoom out feature here on the PC. You can also move the map by clicking and dragging. That will allow you to relocate the map. If you want to quickly move back to yourself after looking somewhere else, we have a center button here, which will center either on yourself, or if you've picked another user, will center on them. I'm going to center on myself for now. These same features on the Android, you can see there is a plus and a minus button if you're comfortable with that, or the touch features of the Android allow you to separate your fingers on screen to zoom in, which you can view here, and you can pinch your fingers together on screen to zoom out, and it refreshes very quickly. To move this map, simply push your finger on the map. The center button you can view here works the same as the PC feature. Next, I'm going to show you the symbol feature. Here on the PC, if I select symbol, tap somewhere on the map where I'd like to place that symbol for others' information, you'll see that blue crosshair appear. I'm going to hit create, and choose, instead of unknown or hostile, a friendly unit. And I'm going to say it's a friendly ground unit. And you can see that that has been created here. On the Android, to do this, I will tap on the map where I want that symbol to be, and I can tap and hold to bring up that menu. And the second option for create is the one that you want. Tap create. It's going to give me the same options, just shown on a tree form instead. This time I'm going to choose hostile, which will open up to more information. And this time I'm going to say it's air. I could open it up to further detail, but for now I'm just going to hit OK. And you can see how quickly that populates on both devices. You can do further things with these symbols. If I tap and hold on this symbol, it's going to give me a list of options of things that I can do. There's a history trail as the symbol moves around that I can leave on all the time or set to only be certain points with tail and tail X. And of course that means I can move this symbol by using the move feature. The symbol's selected, so I'm going to tap move and then tap where I want it to move to. You can see it trail that way, and I can see the movement here on the PC. To accomplish this on the PC, I'll go to the symbol menu and simply hit move in the same fashion. Back to the Android client, I'm going to show you if you tap and hold. You can add text and photo to add information to the symbol for others to view. Starting with text, I'm going to say that it is a red car. Select OK. It's now a part of that symbol's information. You can see it puts a box around it so that you can know there's added information there. I'm going to tap and hold again to add a photo. It's going to automatically pull up the photo library that I have here on the phone. I can tap on that and choose which picture I want it to be. There's the option to annotate, which would open a color palette where I could actually draw and write on the photo, but for now I'm just going to hit select and send it as is. Now when I select this on the PC, you're going to be able to see the text here, red car, and it gives you a get pic, which will actually load the picture for you. And as that loads, I'm going to show you on the Android that you can tap and hold on that. You're going to want to go under detail, and you can view the same information there. AMP stands for amplify, and it's the text information you can see there. And photo, of course, pulls up the photo. Hitting the back arrow to back out. I'm going to hit OK here. The computer didn't recognize that one, but that's this individual computer. For now, I'm going to delete this one because it is no longer needed. So as this catches up, you'll see that this is the delete button here, and you can delete it. You can see the text and photo features here for the PC. They work much the same way. You can see if I pull up text, it goes here. For now, I'm going to cancel since you've already seen that. And I am going to delete that symbol as well to clear up the map. Next, I'm going to show you one of our most important features, which is the emergency feature. You can see the emergency button is here on the PC. I'm going to click on it.
Emergency received.
You can see a red triangle appears around the symbol not only on this device, but on all devices, and will center the symbol so they can see who's immediately in trouble. And as you heard, there's an emergency received alert that goes out audibly on each device if your phone is turned on for volume. Also, if I go into the users list on any device, you'll be able to see that device in red lettering. So it makes it very easy to pick out who it is that's in trouble. That same feature on the Android, if you tap and hold, is on both menus. All you have to do is tap emergency, and it's going to ask you more specifically what type. I'm going to say this time me instead of sniper. It's going to ask you report emergency, yes, just in case it was an error in touch features, so just say yes if you're sure.
Emergency received.
and you'll get the same reaction as before. The difference on the Android is to turn it off, you're going to want to tap and hold again, select emergency again, select me again, and then you can cancel the emergency. Here on the PC, I'm going to click emergency, and it's going to remove the emergency there. Next, I'm going to show you some of the communication features that is a part of the system, starting with chat. If I select this, I'm going to type test here, hit send. It goes very quickly to the other devices. You can see that it says chat here on screen to view. It gave me an audible sound since I have my volume up, which means that I can tap and hold. And for this one, you're going to want to tap and hold off of the symbol, not on it, because that menu on it doesn't have that feature. Tap off of it, and you will notice that chat is the fourth one down. There you can read and respond. Hit send. It goes back the other way. I'm going to go ahead and quit out of that. Quit button on both sides. You can see that interacts very quickly. The next one is our whiteboard feature. You can see here, whiteboard. I'm going to say that I want to draw one rather than clear one because nothing's there, or save one because nothing's there. So I'm going to draw one. Bring up the red, and I can just draw with my mouse on screen. And you can see that shows up fairly quickly on other devices here. You have the option to freeform draw, straight line, circle, square draw. If you want a shortcut on symbols, I usually just freeform. I'm going to go ahead and hit clear on that and exit. You can clear from there, or you can clear from here, of course. Now for the Android, if I tap and hold off of a symbol, you'll see whiteboard is down in the middle here. Select whiteboard. Again, it gives you the same options to clear one, to save one. I am going to draw one. I have the same options, only here you can see I can also do text. I'm going to again select a color. This time I'm just drawing with my finger. It gives quick visual cues to everyone in the network. Go ahead and clear that off and back out of it. That is our whiteboard feature. It's again just another visual communication. Our last one here is the message feature, which allows you to send a text or photo message. I'll show you a text message here. It does give you the ability to specify routine through flash, unclassified through secret, but that will not change the encryption or coding on your message. That will just let the user who's receiving it know what it's intended to be. So I'm going to go ahead and send that. Much like the other one, it gave me a vibration. It's got the message here. So I'm going to tap and hold for the menu off of a symbol. I'm going to hit message right here in the middle, and I'm going to select read. This allows me to select the message I just received, which I can view here to reply, delete. I'm going to just go ahead and delete that. I'll show you the photo message here from the Android. Selecting again the message feature here. I'm going to go to photo. It's going to pull up the photos that I have. So I'm going to choose one. This one I'll show you annotation by selecting annotate. I'm going to draw here, point out someone, And you have the option to clear, save, or cancel. For this one, I'm going to save. And I'm going to select to send it that way. You will see here you have that message alert waiting. So I'm going to hit read, and it pulls up right away. You can see the annotation went along with it, no problem at all. And you have the option again to reply, delete, cancel. For now, I'm going to delete and cancel out of that. So those are our message features. We do also have the ability to communicate through voice alerts. Now this, of course, is limited to the Android for the most part, so I'll show you there. There is a PTT button here that allows for PTT functions, or you have the option to tap and hold off of a symbol, and you're going to want the talk feature here. This gives you the option to set up your networks, use PTT, which you just push and hold, and you can speak your message while you're holding, and then let go once it's done. The devices enabled for it will hear the message. And then if I go back to the talk feature, I'll show you the next one, where if you select call, it's going to allow you to tap on the symbol of another device and call them. It's going to call their phone device directly. This will allow you to make a voice communication rapidly without having to exit the application. The next feature I'm going to show you here is the mapping, which you can see here. And on the Android, you have the same feature for your main menu here. Mapping is going to be about down here. All you're going to want to do is check on the Android or highlight on the PC what type of maps you want to view, and the device itself is going to pull the best one from those options. You can see you've got internet, military, image, commercial maps. You've got a lot of options here that you can select and deselect. The next thing that we're going to go into is the setup options that you have here. You have setup here that will allow you to specify the groups that I mentioned earlier for drilling down more specific groups within your server. You can edit your own information. You can edit which server you're on. You can edit your display. You have a lot of options for specifying it to your own needs. These you can view on the Android a little bit differently. You do have a setup menu here when you select it. That will allow you to look at groups and logs and information. But on the Android, you have the further option of hitting your phone's settings button, which is going to let you choose About, where you can view the splash screen with patent information, other information of that nature, which you can see here. Now I'm going to back out, hit that one more time, and you have further options of settings here under Settings. This is going to allow you to take a look at your network settings, which is either selecting a server or entering a server. This is more of the Edit Me, handset name, phone number, as on the PC. Similar edits able to be made to your display settings, of course, just like the PC. And then some settings for your map specification. And finally, your path settings. A lot of these you're never going to need, but it's good to know the option is there. The Android does have a few additional features. You have the ability with the Android phone, third one down, to actually take a picture with your Android device instead of selecting one from your library. So if I tap on camera, you can see it's actually going to let me take a picture here. and allows me to say, yes, I want to use it, don't want to use it, going back to the camera, go ahead and say yes. And it actually drops that photo right on the map, right where I took that picture. If I want to manipulate this symbol, I can tap and hold. It's going to give me the option to say, okay, there are two really close together. Which one do you want? I'm going to select the created symbol. And in this case, when I tap and hold, I'm actually going to delete just to clear that away. Now, if I tap and hold again, there is a streaming feature. So if I tap stream, it's going to take me into a secondary software. You can see you can view LifeRing as well as this streaming software sideways. Which here, let me switch that for you. And you can view a live stream. And you can back out of it anytime you're ready to be done streaming. Here you can view LifeRing in its horizontal form. Tip it right back up just like any other phone feature. And that is the live streaming feature. The PC, well, before we go there, the last thing on the Android is that you have the option of places, which if you click on that, you can view, will allow you to work with directions, laying markers for addresses. And secondly, you have the option of markers, which allow you a lot of options. Report, query, move, text and photo for those markers you're laying down. The PC also has several features that are unique to it. It's been in development for a long time now. And two of those that are specific to the PC is the order function. As it's often used as a commanding unit, you can list out a new order. It tells you how many people it's sending to. You can choose a command that you're sending out and hit OK, and it's going to go to them. And you can see it blacked out my screen. It's the only thing I'm allowed to look at until I respond. You may have heard I got an alert received that lets me know, and I am able to say have complied, can't comply, will comply. I'm going to say have, and on the PC, you're able to look at the list, and you're able to see the response and who it was sent to. That is a feature that is unique to the PC. There's also a geofencing that allows you to specify a fence for entering or exiting that you draw on screen, and it tells you if somebody has violated that fence. So if I say I don't want anyone to enter a fence, and I drag it on screen, that sets up that area for me, and I'm able to view if someone enters or exits that as I have it set. I also have the option of deleting by selecting and delete. Lastly, the last thing that I find the most helpful that is specific to the PC is the help feature, that when you type it, when you select it here, it will tell you that it's going to suspend normal LifeRing operations so that you can learn about it without actually causing something to happen. So as I select things here, it's going to give me the information on that button rather than actually doing the feature. So it's a good way to continue to learn about the features and to brush up if it's been a while. And once you hit done, it goes back into active mode to where what you select causes actions to happen. This has been an overview of PC and Android LifeRing systems. It has many more features than have been shown here and is completely customizable. For more info, please visit www.agisinc.com.